Hey guys. Let's have a look. Hey Vic, how you doing? So lovely. Okay, so what are we looking at in terms of the gold market? Well, if we look at the daily, market has been in fact, let me just draw it on for you. We've seen the high form, the all-time high that was formed back in end of October. We've seen the market pull back down, create a lower high, another impulse, create another lower high, another impulse. Now potentially we could be forming the lower high in and around this 2663 area. So what I'm looking for is clues that the market is turning. Until we've seen an obvious clue that the market is turned, my bias is going to remain in the daily correction. So if we can get a break above here, we'll look to go long. If we can see the market pull back down into, let's say, 2657 area, 53, anywhere in this range, I'm going to be looking for buyer candles. Okay, so anywhere in this range here, I'm going to be looking for a buyer candle for the market to potentially turn and go back on and test the highs. Now, if we see the market break through, let's say here, we'll have seen like a little change in cycle. So then I would be more comfortable in taking shorts back into the higher time frame trend. Now, as I said, the daily, we're seeing a downtrend, but the shorter time frames, we're seeing a nice strong bullish momentum uptrend. We've seen the market break through highs, respecting the lows, creating a new high, and therefore we should anticipate that it's going to respect the current lows. Hey Rich, hey Jody, hey Anna. So yeah, we just expect that it's going to respect the lows. So on that basis, we keep buying until we see a change in sentiment. Okay, so nice and simple. Damn it, what have I just done? Okay, there we go. So nothing to do with shorts now, and I know a lot of people might have got a little bit carried away seeing the market sell off, and then you see a stronger move. But I don't like this on shorter time frame sentiment. I'd be much more inclined to, if we get a 15-minute bullish candle and then a wick down, I'll look to be buying that. That'd be my preference. So yeah, we're just going to sit tight and wait for the market to come to us. We're not going to force anything. If you've got any charts you want me to look at, guys, then just shout it out in the chat, and I will have a look at it for you. We've had a decent morning so far. Let me just where is it? Uh, Allow inputs load fixed lot 7 pips in profit. Uh, I'm just gonna. That's fine. Okay. All right. So we're waiting now for. So 3 trades today, 3 wins. So let's hope we can keep with the positive sentiment today. Um, we'll just sit tight now and wait for this to unfold. Uh, Anyone looking at anything else? Hey Frankie, how are you, mate? Welcome back. So the other day was it's been a little bit of an interesting week, to be fair. Market a little bit surprising, I think, for gold to have rallied this high. Um, and we're seeing, could we look at dollar CAD? Sure, because there's nothing unraveling here at present. We've got half an hour to the news, and basically, I'm going to look to trade this pre Comics Open and pre the news. So if we can get a 15-minute bullish candle, the next one pulls back down, I'm buying it, guys. Okay. So while we're just going to wait for that 15 minutes, we're going to have a look at dollar CAD. Any particular time frame, Rich? I'm just looking at dollar CAD right now for Rich. Hey, Paolo, how are you, buddy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So look, let's take a quick look at dollar CAD. Look, dollar CAD on an end of day basis. If we go to the weekly, right, the weekly is looking like it's tapped our zone. We know the dollar index is pretty much at extremes at 107. Um, we need dollar to sell off, right? So that means looking at dollar index, we need dollar to sell off, or in theory, we need something like oil to really, really strengthen to see CAD have some impetus. Hey Lola, how are you, darling? So right now, based on dollar CAD, um, let's go back to that a second. I'd want to see this weekly candle close below the 139.80 level that we've got marked in. And then, realistically, what you could look at is where you've seen this strong move off. We could look at this bullish candle here with the top wick as a failed rally. So ideally, I'd want to see today's candle push to the upside before breaking the low. So if it pushes to the upside, you could put a sell stop underneath here. Um, and I wouldn't just take this as, let's say, a small 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1 trade. I'd be looking at the range on CAD and literally trying to be maxing out the 135s if you're in it for the long term. That's what I'd be looking for to get it down to at least this range here. And if you really want to try and persevere with the trend, if you've got the patience for that, then I'd be looking for that. But one thing you have to remember is if you are looking to trade the ranges on these higher time frames, you have to allow a trading or a trailing stop, so a management technique that allows the market to fluctuate. Because nothing's going to go down in a straight line or up in a straight line. Okay, it does occasionally, but predominantly there's always going to be fluctuations. Right, let me just have a quick look at gold because no, still fine. Spencer, sorry, my dog's trying to get into my protein jar. Trying to be a doggy builder, right? Interesting. Okay, so questions. Okay, no further questions. Did that make sense, Rich? What to do with CAD, things to look out for. So there's a lot of dollar markets that I like at the minute. If I was looking for long-term holds, cable, euro, Kiwi, all of CAD, they're all in really, really nice areas to potentially sell US dollar. Okay, so I'm just watching this, guys, because we've got comics coming in, and if we're going to see a blast, I'm going to look for a momentum entry above the highs here. So let's just switch screens. I'm just going to, so I'm just going to put my trade in quickly because pending order. So it's just above that range, guys, is where I'm putting the. Okay, now I can change share screen. Sorry. Where are we? My screen. I think it's that one. Yeah, there you go. So I've just put my buy order above the range, and I'm just gonna. So the high is 26.67.35. I'm just gonna move. There we go to 55. Let's just edit 26.67.55 set. Okay, there we go. So we've got our order in. So just move that down there. So you can see orders it in at 26.67.55. I'm looking for it to break this previous little swing high here and use the momentum in the direction of the trend with comics opening. I'm going to push this extended target up to here. Okay. So I don't think if we trigger, I think it'll be a quick trade, and then we'll start scaling out as it moves. So we've got, let's put, well, I have had a few issues with my TPs, meaning that when a trade triggers, if I've put a partial TP in, it's just been disappearing. So I don't know if there's an issue with the system at the minute, but it has been happening. So we'll see if it happens again. Guys, remember this isn't financial advice. This is just exactly how I trade. So you're seeing it on live stream, what I do. Um, it's a 7 lot order. It's not massive. You'll see people out there doing telephone numbers, but I'm not questioning the authenticity of them. I'm just saying some of them you see as telephone numbers, but it's what it is. Right. So remember, guys, there's not a lot we're going to do. We just have to let the market come to us. Now, if it hasn't triggered by, let's say, 125, I'm going to cancel it on the basis that I don't want to just get spiked in on the news. Okay, so and if we are going to get spiked on the news, you're probably going to get a shitty fill, so you can get filled at a worse entry price, and then obviously if you're doing something like Trade Assistant, Magic Keys, or Dane's Trades, where you put partial TPs in, then essentially we're getting close to getting triggered actually. So I'm hovering my cursor over the close half just in case it shoots up and my partial TP disappears. It's happened too many times recently. And the whole point of putting the partial TPs in is so you don't have to do it once the trade's live. The joys of software, hey? Okay, so we're now live. Trade is running. Now we just wait. So we've got about, what, 17 minutes for the news. And I would expect to see a little bit of a vol swing leading up to comics opening and the news. Definitely more in line with trading with current market momentum and trend direction to the upside. So just give me a thumbs up if you've taken the trade or a no if you haven't. Let me know what your thought process is. Always like to see what the team and the 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 watchers are doing. The viewers, that's a better word. The viewers. I know some of you are members and some aren't. So hey, who's buying gold? Who's selling gold? Who's buying the Nasdaq? Who's selling the Nasdaq? Placed, but placed but not. I'm guessing placed but not in. Yeah, so maybe your spread fluctuation didn't capture you. The spread on this just opened up and triggered me. So look, at the end of the day, you put your spread on top, but some with it being a variable spread, sometimes the spread might open a little bit more and you get caught. So ideally now we're gonna have a little push. So I'm just holding my stop here because I'm getting ready to bring it up towards partial TP stayed in actually. didn't close off, so that's a positive. Jody's in now. Okay, and there's the pullback. Lovely. So look, I can move the stop all over. I'm just getting ready to move it up when I see it go a few pips in profit. Um, Close, but not quite. Hey Matthew, how are you, buddy? You getting set for your skiing holiday, pal? So you're watching whilst driving down the M1. I hope you're not trading as well. If you're trading, driving, and watching, who said men can't multitask? The man's doing three things. Hopefully, all three of them good. So look, I haven't moved the stop yet. I'm still holding it with my cursor. The stop is still in the same place down here, but this is just in preparation. Should we get a move higher? Paolo's in, nice. Just waiting for that little push now. 13 minutes. Well, I took two trades on the live stream on Tuesday, and two of them were losers. Let's hope we can break that streak. Time, let's just see, what was it? 117. So we're still a good chunk of time away for the for the what I would call the volatility little swings. But we should start seeing them in the next 5 to 8 minutes. Pre news, pre comics. Expect to see some jumping around in price, and then we can hopefully get our stop at least up into sort of like 26.65 underneath the current 15-minute candle low, or ideally at least to break even. That would be the ideal scenario. If we can get it to break even ahead of the news coming out, then superb. No trading, mate, and yet all set for the Hollybobs. Just need some some insurance. Is that health insurance just in case you get a little bit off piste, if you know what I'm saying? They always say if you drink more, you're going to be more supple for your falls, and injuries aren't as bad. So get those steins down your neck, and well, not getting to move the stop yet, guys. So this is getting a little bit frustrating. All right, I'm just going to bring that back down here a second. I'm just going to change. Nothing to do at the minute, and let's just see how it pans out. So we're 25 pips offside at the minute. Make that 28. 10 minutes. Come on, news. Come on, buyers. Let's see if we can spin this around now. After that strong 15-minute candle that came down into this minor support area, came up, broke the highs. Is this just a little bit of a liquidity grab ahead of the news to then push up and spike us right up into T1, and then we'll manage T2s as we go through it, and then extended targets. Do you know, extended targets, I'm going to push them right out the way because gold has had a tendency to keep going a lot further than we anticipate. So 14, what's that? 14. So that'll be a $30 move on gold to the upside should we get there. So, 9 minutes now to the news, guys. 9 minutes. Is this where we can ever get a bit of fortune on our side, where the slippage is beneficial to our target, or are we going to hit targets pre, pre the news? Let's see what I've got in risk. Ooh, might need to just reduce risk a little bit ahead of the news. Eight minutes to go. So let's see if we get that little push we've been waiting for. 30-minute. Obviously, this is still running. We've got 8 minutes for this candle to before it's closed. If we see it close as a bullish candle, it would only add more positive sentiment to the trade that we're looking to do, or for the next trade, should this one not hold out. Would it be the case that price goes down, hunting stop losses before going up? You could say that's already happened, Paolo. Look, at the end of the day, we stop hunts. Uh, who knows? I mean, look, everyone will talk about stop hunts and things like this, but we don't know. At the end of the day, the market will always try and move in a direction to attract buyers and sellers. Um, I wouldn't read too much into stop hunts, especially look who's why would a stop hunt come down here? They stop hunts usually come or where you can say that there's manipulation a little bit, but again, you'd still never know. It's where you see massive clear levels, and that's not something that I would say is where we are right now. At the end of the day, this is pre-news, and something is potentially going to happen, um, which uh, so I think a question just came up. Mark, do you know which indicator you use for the pips in the top right corner of your screen? Yeah, this is part of Magic Keys. So it's not an indicator, it's just part of the software. I think you might be able to see it with other other systems. I don't know. Trade Assistant or Dane's Trades, I'm not sure. So when you go into the back end of the system, you put in all your inputs in. It's just saying uh, pip. I'll have a look at it after the trades. Oh, I've got time. Let me just pull it up. It is called uh, pip counter. It's just called pip counter. And then you have a choice. So positive color on mine is set to blue and negative color is set to orange. So we need a strong 5 minutes now here, guys. So we're looking for the move. Let's go back to the 15-minute candle because this is what triggered us. Move this out. Oh dear me, chaps, ladies and gents. Is this going to be 3 losses, or are we going to turn the fortunes and continue with the positive mood that we've had this morning? So we've had 3 wins back to back this morning. Let's see what happens over the next 5 minutes. I would expect we'll get a definitive answer in about 4 minutes here. Move that over here so I can see the chat. What room have we got? 24 pips. Not ideal. Would you close 50% prior to the news? Frankie, you can do, mate. That's it's definitely active trade management. So again, that's personal preference. Um, I'm gonna leave it as is, but that's personal preference. Doesn't look like comics or the pre-volatility news is going to do us any favors here whatsoever, guys. The market has literally just clipped our entry price and started to drop. So definitely need a little bit of a favor from the news and comics opening. I think in terms of news numbers, look, I wouldn't suggest any news. If it's strong dollar numbers, obviously you would anticipate the market's going to decline a bit if it's as forecasted. I don't think it'll particularly do anything. But one thing I don't buy into is news numbers anymore because the amount of times you see numbers and they look strong for a market or weak for a market, and it has the complete inverse reaction to what we anticipate. So we've only got a couple of minutes to wait now, guys. So the plaster will be ripped off soon. You're gonna you're gonna know exactly where we stand in about what 28, 25. So 1 minute 30 seconds in 90 seconds. Now, one thing, Frankie, because we're like 29 pips away from entry price leading into the news, if it comes to, let's say, entry price, you got 57 seconds. So if it got to like within your entry price and it meant that you could close half down for a very small loss, then I think that's a sensible thing. But when you're so close to your stop, I don't think it's something I would consider. So we've got 33 seconds to go. 33 seconds to go. 15 seconds. 3 seconds. Not the friendliest of starts. I don't know what the news was, by the way, guys, but it's been for the first 30 seconds hasn't really done anything. Yeah, we're 1 minute in. And okay. Oof. My data just completely paused then. I wasn't too keen on what was happening there. So 30-minute candle closed as a bullish candle. Those traders that like flips, you could look at a buy above the high of this. Job claims were positive, but how positive? Uh, well, we're starting to see a bit of movement now. Hmm. Let's have a look, see if I can see the data. Initial claims 213,000, expected 220. So 7,000. I mean, let's have a look. Continuing claims 1.9 million. So there's more claims than were expected. So that's obviously a negative. So the initial claims are better than forecast, but the continuing claims is higher than forecast. So it's mixed data. It's mixed data. Thanks, Matthew. Yeah, it's not. Ooh, what's Nasdaq doing? Nasdaq is up. Okay, so Nasdaq's pushing. So Nasdaq's just broken out of. Yeah, Nasdaq's broken out. So if the Nasdaq's pushing, I think we'll see gold follow. The question is, can we stay in? Hmm. Euro moved down initially and now coming up. Got pounds coming up. So potential. I think we could see the market push higher in gold, but like I said, the question is, can we stay in the meantime? So Nasdaq, what's it doing now? I can't check the Nasdaq on this because I don't want to come away from the trade. Always fatal errors happen when I switch screens. Either miss an exit, miss moving my stop. So never change the screen. Always, if you're going to look at a different market, do it on a screen that isn't the one that you're actually trading. What's up with you, Pat? Sorry, even the dog's getting angry at this trade. It's taking too long. Naz is still pushing, yeah. Naz is still pushing. I don't want to look, but if you look at the hourly on the Nasdaq, I can't do it on this screen. Uh, you've got two sort of levels. On TradingView, the level is 20,774, and then there's one a little bit previous to that at 20,785. We remain above that, and if it keeps pushing, obviously that's a sentiment for risk or dollar down, and that is why I would expect gold to potentially continue to push higher. Right. If I'm just going to put another TP in. Let's move one for a bit. Okay. Well, if it does get there, guys, I'm not going to say it's been an enjoyable trade. It's not the way that I like to see the markets move. I'd rather it be plaster off quickly, meaning we take the pain quickly, or we get to our target quickly. I don't like these ones that linger around for a long time. Um, we've been in it nearly 20 minutes, I think, now. 15 minutes, exactly 15 minutes. But Naz is holding, euro pushing, pounds pushing. So the question is it more of a risk move? I.e., is it more of a risk on move? If it is a risk on move, then we're going to see potentially gold dip. Or if it is a dollar selling move as opposed to risk, then we'll see gold push. Yeah, Naz is still pushing. Naz is still pushing. It's been all trades at the minute seem to be taking a while. Now, have we got any non-members in the room today? Any non-trade and train members jumping in to see what happens in our membership live streams? If you're not a member, just give us a quick wave, say hello. Well, we've not even been. I think we went. What's the high of this? 67. We went two. I don't even think it was 2 pips in profit. I think it literally just went like a pip in profit and then pulled back instantly. So, like I said, it's not been an enjoyable trade. It's not one that you like to see the orange numbers stay orange for a long time. But the end result is all that matters. Um, that's if this candle breaks the high of this, the dollar going down. Yeah, but dollar going down doesn't necessarily mean gold going up, Paolo. Because if it is a risk on or risk off scenario, so if it's risk off, then got dollar down, gold down, yen down. So the question is it a dollar move or is it a risk move? If it's a risk sentiment move, then potentially it's not good for this trade. These are things that we don't know until obviously after the event. But so far, look, from the news, it's dipped down. It hasn't broke a high. It's only broken a low. So if it breaks the high, then I would say that's positive, and we should go on T1, T2, and so forth. Um, but we're stuck in this range again. We haven't yet moved outside of this little range that's been formed since what's that? 115. So for the last 215, 115. What am I about? Since 1215. Sorry, my dog's talking. I don't think he's enjoying the trade either. What's up, pal? Can't see anything. Let's have a look. See what is coming up on Forex Live. See if anything's there. Trump. Let's say that's an old one. Trump shooting. What? That's 16th of September. There we go. Canada producer price. Okay, not bothered about that. Philadelphia Fed Biz Index minus 5.5. Okay, so negative data from the US Fed Business Index. Jobless claims we've spoke about. No. Okay. Yeah, nothing US futures pair losses ahead of the open later. Okay. No. So nothing significant to read about, but if we look at NAS, we can see NAS is popping through the highs. So you can see that there. Okay, Spence. You keep growling, mate. Every time you growl, the market has a push. Go on, Spenny, growl. Right. So Frankie, while we're still waiting for this, did you close half or did you leave it to run? What did everyone do? Did you leave it? Did you close half? How did you manage it? Have you reduced risk ahead of the news? What do you do, guys? Give me an insight into your risk tolerance. All right. It won't be much, guys, but like I said, if we break this high, I'm just going to bring the stop up slightly underneath this low. It's not much, but it's a little bit. Yeah. Come on, Spenny. Come here. Ah, there we go, pal. Come on. Oh, there you go. Give me a kiss. All right. Ki Lucky kiss. Come on. You keep kissing, pal. Whatever you kiss, it keeps moving up. Right. Are we buying gold or selling it, mate? What do you think? Should we buy or sell? You tell me. This poor for buy, this one for sell. Which one? High five. Oh, okay, it's a buy. We're in, guys. Spenny said it's a buy. Rich, I closed half when it broke the previous bullish open. Okay, nice. Anna closed 50% too. Active risk management. So let's see if Spenny's any good at picking the buys and sells. Look at that, came pretty close to entry, but then just had a little sell off. Nothing too much, but we'll just sit tight. Okay, still sitting in this trade, taking its time, but I think the next sort of like big move we'll see here is going to be in 45 minutes time, just as the US opens indexes at 2:30. So hopefully we can I'm holding as I think it will go back up. So look, guys, this is where active trade manager. If you closed half down, what you should be thinking about now is putting another half. So let's say you had one lot, put the half a lot back above the high. So if it continues, you get the money back. Okay. And that one, the add-in trade, just have a 10 pip target. Okay. So if remember, if you're doing active trade management where you're scaling out, and the trade is still valid and it hasn't yet hit your full stop loss or you haven't yet closed it all out, add the bit back in if you've taken it out. If you think it's valid and you're happy with the setup, then you keep placing the trade, guys. Because look, in theory, what you're saying is now the market's come down, it's corrected. We've had a bullish candle, we've wicked down, grabbed some liquidity in theory. If we break the high of this, the 30-minute is now starting its new impulsive move higher. So that's what you should be looking at for your add-in trade. Like I said, that's my opinion. It's not financial advice, but that is the way that I would look at the market. Okay. So you see seller candle, down range, outside candle with a bullish close. Now, if this one takes an uprange candle, meaning it takes out the highs, expect the next impulsive move to start. Does that make sense, guys? Obviously, we entered this a bit early in anticipation of COMEX news and pre-news that if it broke above a small 15-minute range, we thought it would continue to move higher. Unfortunately, since we got triggered in, it's kind of just sat sideways. It's sold off a bit. It's come back to our entry price. It's sold off a bit. It's come back to our entry price. And now we're still sat in that range. So over the next sort of 15 minutes or so, I would anticipate it will decide which way it's going to go. Um, my preference still, based on what we're seeing, is to the upside. But we can be wrong. Um, this has been a long, slow trade. Even the news didn't get it to move. I would have thought the news might have taken it at least to its stop loss or to its target. But like I said, now I do think we're going to have to. Well done, Frankie. Let's just have a look at the hourly. Okay, so hourly, nothing. 15-minute, look at that range. We're consolidating. If it breaks above, we're going to go strong. If it breaks below, I think we're going to sell off strong as well. But in anticipation, I'm sticking with the direction of the current trend, which is to the upside. Okay. Any questions, guys? My God, this has been painful. 150, half an hour. Is that right? 12 minutes passed. 36 minutes was sat in this trade. Now, if you did close half out, guys, and you've placed the other half as a buy stop above the top of this range, this trade, make sure you only have I mean, like I said, you want to have this one as a fixed take profit all coming off because it's a worse entry price than your original trade. So you want that one, if it hits target, you want it all to come off, okay? You're probably going to have, I don't know, maybe a 1 or 2 pip or 3 pip entry price, worse entry price. So that's the one you want to get off first. That's the one you want out because it's the highest probability of going wrong if it gets triggered. Meaning, if it gets triggered, it could come back to your stop, come back to your entry price a lot quicker than the other one. So you always want to exit that one first. Nasdaq still above its levels, which is positive. Euro and sterling are nearly flat for the day after selling off. Sterling was good on the day. Let's have a look. What was it? I think it was about 30 odd points to the. Yeah, it was like 33, 34 ticks down on the day. Now 7 ticks down. There is a swing trade running live on this for our members at the minute. They got triggered in on sterling news yesterday morning with stops underneath the lows. You can see today the market came down pretty close to the lows on sterling, but didn't get caught. And we're seeing a bit of buying come back in at the minute, but 10 minutes to go until the close of the hour. So sitting tight, guys. Let's hope we can see a move. So this is the level I was referring to on uh, this is the level I was referring to on the Nasdaq. Ideally, you want to stay above this, and if we can, there's some decent room for upside. But 4 hour looks good. You can see this is what I for members. Look, this is classic tennis ball effect. This is what you want to look for. If you ever see this, this is really, really simple trading. Here, you can see it again here. Um, you can see it again here. Down here, you can see it. So this here, you can see it. The real classic sort of tennis ball style. That's what you want to see. All right. Bloody hell. Come on, markets. Now, just while we're waiting for gold to do something, tennis ball. This is where you see the market coming to the end of an impulse or a correction. Now, in terms of where you want to trade it to or where you want to exit and trade management, that's something I'll leave you to decide and think about different strategies. But when I refer to a tennis ball, the best way to think about it is you have momentum candles. They show you the big structure, big buyers, big sellers. And then what happens is, let me just move this so you can. There we go. So what happens is you can see the size of the body starts to reduce, and that's the compression. That's the difference between that's the buyers and sellers having a tussle, so the tug of war, and until it flattens out, then you'll see wicks to the top and to the bottom side, and then eventually it starts to roll over, and then you get the momentum candle. So this is what we're looking for when you trade. When you're looking for the tennis ball effect, you're looking for that tussle from buyers to sellers. Gold's having a little bit of a sell-off, unfortunately. Um, but as you can see, I am watching it on another screen while I'm talking to you about the tennis ball effect. And this is something you can just look for. It happens on any time frame, but you just want to be very structured in the way that you look for this. Don't just try and find and say, oh, everywhere's a tennis ball, because it can be quite you want to see it where you see these big impulsive candles, then they start to shrink, then you see it reverse, and then just look for a clue. You know, you see like a little bit of a range being formed, wait for it to break out the range or sell underneath the range, and then you look to capture it and trade it down into maybe the next structure point, or as soon as you see a big oversized candle. Again, like I said, this is something for you to think about and how you can trial and test it. Really simple way of looking at the market. While we're waiting for this thing to do something, I've probably lost another few strands of hair while this thing's being sluggish as hell. Um, so yeah, guys, we're sat in an offside position, and it has literally been offside since the second it triggered. Um, there's not a lot we can uh, do about it in terms of trade management. I know some of the guys closed half off just ahead of the news, um, but yeah, we're just waiting. We've got 6 minutes for the close of the hourly candle. If this 4 hour candle closes like this, or we can see the hourly candle remain above this, then I think you're going to see some nice upticks on the Nasdaq as we come into the US Open at 2:30. And that's the US Open for indexes. I can stick around for about 15 minutes, guys. So I can stick around until about 2:15, and then I have another session. So we're going to sit tight. Like I said, there's not a lot we can do until we break the high of this. If we break the high of this, then we can manage. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, instead of using the 30-minute, you could use the 15-minute and use this low if this one breaks and goes above the highs. Now, one thing by dropping down the time frames and using the candles on the lower time frames is you're exposing yourself to less volatility in the market, which means that it's more likely to break a low on a 15-minute or a high on a 15-minute than it is a 30. Therefore, if you're using the 15-minute for trade management, you're much more likely to get stopped out. Okay. also means you can have less risk in the market. So there's pros and cons to each one. Watching this 30-minute candle again, if this one closes anything like this, it's a little bit like the tennis ball effect coming. You see rotation, strong momentum candle, wick above, wick below, bullish candle close, inside candle with whether it's a bullish candle close or a doji candle close, then it doesn't really matter. But you're seeing that transition from sellers to buyers. Still looking for a break above the high of the previous candle for it to continue to the upside. So that analysis wouldn't change, would still be the same. That's what we're looking for, and that's what we're anticipating ahead of the news, where we'd seen that little box range on the 15-minute, looking for the comics open pre-news anticipation to push the market higher. We've not seen that. It literally just triggered us and then started to go back into the range, which we're seeing right now. What we've got, 3.5 minutes for the hourly candle to close and the 30-minute candle to close and the 15-minute candle to close. They're all going to close at the same time. So the 15, the 30, and the hour, they're all going to close at the same time. So do any of them give us any food for thought? Well, the 15 right now, as it stands, shows us we're still trapped in the range. The 30-minute, we're kind of getting that tennis ball effect. And the 1 hour just shows that after a strong sell-off, we broke to new lows, but then we pushed up and potentially closing as a bullish candle. So again, like I said, what the biggest clue we're going to get is if we break above the 30-minute high, then I would anticipate we'll probably run on and we'll test these highs here. So if you did close half off, then a real good solution or a real good way to potentially get back half of the losses that you incurred by closing half would be to place a buy stop above the high of the 30-minute candle. So what we've got now, 2 minutes, 15 seconds before this candle closes. Uh, so was okay. So what do we have? 1 minute, 7 seconds. So we are 45 seconds from this 30, like I say, all candles closing. So I'm going to stick around till 2:15. Yeah, bloody gold indeed. All right. Okay. Well, I've never spoke so long about one trade in my life. This is where I appreciate people that work on radio. Always having to find something to talk about. Because it's pretty hard when you're focusing on one market, it's running, and there's not a lot happening. Okay, so let's see if we can break the highs. My preference, in all honesty, would be for this candle to drop down and then break the highs. Because if it drops down, then breaks the highs, I'll push my stop underneath the low of the live candle. As long as it doesn't drop down and take the stop out before doing it, then I'll be. this is where when it gets like this, I wish there was you got like a chat partner that'd be here and you can have a bit of dialogue with, because sometimes trying to talk about charts that aren't moving, it's like trying to drink a warm pint of beer. It's hard work. Um, can anyone comment on YouTube? Just let me know. Are you? Someone's just messaged me to say they're having difficulty commenting. Is this? Is it in the chat? You're trying to, or actually on the? Yeah. Hi, Jody. Okay, maybe we could discuss the technical side. The technical side? Really? Surely I've just been going all over the technical side the whole time, no? Which part of the technical side, Paolo? Give us a clue. All right, come on, market, just get there now. I'm sure everyone's had enough of listening to my voice and talking about this damn trade. Just to keep you going. Thanks, Paolo. Love it. Oh, look at that. We actually had blue numbers for a split second then. Right, I'm getting ready to push this up underneath this low. Come on. Here we go. So it's a shame that you can get your incubator account sorted, Paolo. Another technical issue there. Just got triggered to the add-in. It better not retrace again. Oh, Jody, don't tempt fate, mate. Don't tempt fate. There's, we can't have those negative thoughts. I only want to see positive results, guys. I only want to see positive results. Let's see them visualize them TP ones. Let's go. This market's only going one way, guys. It's going up. It can come down after it can come down after we've hit TP1, right? Exactly. Be grateful for the 10 pips you're just about to bank. So I don't have two stop losses, guys. This one that I'm moving up and down is just this one from down here that I'm getting ready to move it underneath here. Like I say, I like to see it. What have I missed? Not a lot, Leon. We're long in gold and it's been the most boring trade, but we're getting ready to get it to break even. Oh, I thought we were going to see the 70.7 pips attain then. So the reason I'm using the 70% rule right now is because this trade's been a slow trade. So you can see I'm holding my stop loss above my entry price, just in the anticipation that the market does go 7 pips in profit. I'm just going to let go of my left mouse button and the stop will be instantly at break even. So yeah, Leon, mate, it's been a slow session, pal. I feel like I've been on radio talking about candles and the same chart for over an hour now, mate. There's only so much you can say about one chart and a few candles, and the damn thing's not moving. Come on, for God's sake, toying with me. Uh, okay, just playing up with a play. Yeah, this. I mean, you can see how I'm acting now. Can you imagine me in a swing trade for days? Just doesn't happen anymore. I can't believe I used to trade like that. I want something over and done within 5 minutes. We've got clear path to the 26.7, should be in the right direction. Yeah, let's hope so, Paolo. See this market uh, start to gain some momentum. What's Nasdaq doing? Nasdaq still pushing. It's up 118 points on the day. So just yeah. Come on, market. Imagine a live swing trade. Oh, yeah. Sat here on YouTube for a week. I'd start to look like Forrest Gump with his beard and Frankie. I'm not sure what to say about that. Maybe a mobile would be handy. Nip to the toilet, and then obviously you can take your mobile with you and potentially manage stops. Oh, look at this. Don't frustrate me now. Look at this. My left finger is on the mouse button. It's getting my left finger's getting tired. I'm gonna have to let go in a second. Yeah, you can see you can bring have a Kazi fitted in your office. Oh, bloody hell, guys. 6 minutes and I have to do one, but I was really hoping that we might see. I don't like the. Anyway, come on. Apologies, guys. I can't do much about how quickly the market moves. So, look, if there's a universe out there, I have to go in 6 minutes. So, can you please hit TP1 in the next 6 minutes, or at least get me to break even? So, I need 7 pips. So, cheers, Leon. Take care, mate. There we go. We're break even. Break even. And there we go, TP1. All we needed was Leon to go. So thanks, Leon. Much appreciated you leaving. That was exactly what the doctor ordered. So TP1 done. Let's go to TP2. Nasdaq had another little push then. So yeah, all is running nicely. Both banked. Well done, Jody. So there you go, guys. If you took the add-in trade, not only will you have been positive on the add-in trade, you'll have been positive in total now because your first one will have hit TP, your second one's hit TP. Um, so well done, guys. Well done, team. We are back in the money. Let's see what's happening to Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, you could do a momentum entry above the highs if you wanted. So we're up 15 pips. Got in there in the end. Well done, Peter. It was a painful trade. That it was a painful trade. But look, let's keep the scoreboard ticking. 20, in fact, 20 pips. I'll put 30 pips as T2, but uh, probably being a bit greedy, really, even though it is with the trend. Just looking, yeah, 5 minute, 5 minute candles, punching new highs, buyers coming in. So no, still looks good. Stop loss is above our entry price and underneath the low, the 5 minute candle. So that's always nice. That in theory, if we are going to see the market correct, it has to break a new low to take our entry to take us out of the trade. Oh, so I've got 3 minutes before I have to go, guys. So we hit T1 and we got to break even. I will be on another session, but let's see what happens. See if we can scale another little bit out. See 20 pips, I'm going to scale some out. It says 18, 19. And am I being a bit pedantic? Wait. We got to 19. It was close, but no cigar. I see 20. I'm going to close another half out. So well done, Anna. Well done, team. Um, 18 pips, 19. Oh, I hate staring at these numbers. This is where my eyes go funny. What we got? 215. I've just seen a questions coming, but I can't see it because I'm watching the numbers. 1 minute to go for this fight. Oh, cheers, Anna. Take care, darling. Bye bye. All right. Okay. Got very close to 20 pips, but not quite. Like I say, I have to go at 2:15. So I am gonna log out in 25 seconds, guys. So in 25 seconds, I will go. So stick with it, guys. It is trading with the trend. Stops in a safe place, i.e. break even. Um, let's see how many pips you can take out of this one. Fingers crossed it keeps moving for you. So just give it a thumbs up. Give the stream a thumbs up, guys. I want to see plenty of likes come in now. Now you've made Lola's got 20 pips. Come on, guys. I want to see a lot of likes coming in. So hit the likes. The more likes we get, the better it is for the channel. The more likes we get, the more live streams I will do for people. All right, guys. Listen, have a great day. Good luck this afternoon. Hope you get some more pips. And just seeing if we can get to, I'll give it one more minute and then I really do need to go. I don't like to cut it short, especially while I'm managing a trade. Yeah, thanks, guys. Oh, that was very close. 17, 18, 19. So I'm waiting for the 20, guys. I'm waiting for the 20. There we go. There's half out. Next one's up at, right. There we go. 20 pips done. Let's move stops up underneath the lower of the 15-minute candle. Potentially. In fact, let's, I'm just going to push that one up a bit into 26.7150. Okay, so guys, well done. Market's done what we wanted it to do, locked in some more. I've got just 1.4 lots now running. So the first take profit banked 60%, the second take profit banked 50% of what was left. Okay, so on that note, have a great day. Potentially, I will do another stream tomorrow, depending what I've got running. Okay, guys, take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye. Bye-bye.